Hello, this video is for folks who would like an introduction to Zoom, how to use it, and some of the features you'll use in Zoom meetings. If you haven't used Zoom before, you can download it by going to zoom.us/download, which I'll show you now. On that page, find Zoom Client for Meetings and click the blue download button. This will download a file called zoominstaller.exe onto your computer. When you open that file, the Zoom installer will run and place the Zoom software on your computer. Here's what that looks like. The Zoom installer will take a moment to initialize, and then it'll finish its installation. It may ask you questions. Do your best to answer them. Once this Zoom window comes up on your screen, you're ready to click on a Zoom link for a meeting you would like to join. The link may have been emailed to you, or you may click it on a website. If you're joining a Sunday service for Boulder Valley UU Fellowship, you can do that by going to our website, bvuuf.org. On the website, scroll down a little bit and find this Zoom link with the Zoom in big blue letters on it, and click there to join our Sunday service Zoom. Once you do that, a window will open up that asks you, Open Zoom Meetings, and you should click Open Zoom Meetings. You'll see a window like this that shows you how you will look in the Zoom video. Once you're satisfied, click Join with Video. Now I'm in the meeting. As you can see, I have a friend here acting as the Zoom host. So you're seeing the Zoom view that you would see as a regular user. If Zoom doesn't fill your screen, you can use the resize buttons in the corner of the Zoom window to make it bigger. On a Mac, here's what that looks like. You'll press this little green button in the upper left corner to make the window take up your full screen. If you're on a Windows PC like me, press this little square icon in the upper right corner of the window, and that will expand Zoom to take up your full screen. Now I've gone back to the small window to show you something else. Sometimes people use full screen view to make Zoom take up their whole screen. The problem with full screen is that if you open the chat window, which you do by clicking chat at the bottom of your screen, it shows up right in the middle and blocks your view. Now, if I go back up to the view menu and say exit full screen, then chat will go over to the right. Now I can use the box to make Zoom take up my whole screen again. I like to leave the chat window open when I'm in a Zoom meeting so that I can see what people are saying in the chat. Some people find that distracting, but if you close the chat window, then you'll see a little notification at the bottom of your screen every time someone uses the chat, and I find that more distracting. The choice is up to you. If you want to use chat during a meeting, click in the area at the bottom of the chat window and type your message. Use the menu just above either to send the message to everyone or to a specific person. I'm going to send this specifically to my friend, the Zoom host. When the message is going where you want and it says what you want, press Enter on your keyboard to send it, and you'll see it show up in the chat window above. Now notice it says From Me to Zoom host. I only see me in the chat window, but everyone else will see my name there. That is, they'll see whatever name appears at the bottom of your Zoom video. Mine says Deborah Mensch. You may have typed in a name when you joined the meeting, or maybe it still says something like Sophia's iPad. If your name doesn't say what you want it to, here's how you can change it. Look at the bottom for the participants window. If you don't see it, click More. The participants window opens up. Now you can mouse over your own name, click More, and choose Rename. I'll rename myself Deborah Mensch, Zoom Coach. Now that's what shows up next to my picture. Changing your name is like putting on a name tag for the Zoom meeting. And when you chat or speak, people will see your name and they'll know who it is. You have choices about how to view a Zoom meeting. Sometimes you want to see just the person who is talking, but sometimes you want to see everyone. Here's how to choose. In the upper right of your Zoom screen, you can click on View to select either Speaker View, which is what we're seeing now and shows just the person who is talking, or you can pick Gallery View, which shows everyone's videos at once. Sometimes the person running the meeting may cause your view to change to Speaker View, but you can still switch back to Gallery View on your own device if you like. But I'll go to Speaker View now. Now let's talk about controlling your microphone. In church services or large meetings, sometimes the host will keep you muted most of the time. But if you go to a breakout room, or if you're in a smaller meeting, often you'll be able to unmute yourself to speak. The button for that is at the lower left of your screen. When there's a red line through the microphone, like this, that means you're muted and no one else can hear you. You'll notice that my screen is showing me I'm muted. If you click unmute, that red line goes away and others can hear you. If there's a lot of background noise where you are, or if you're in a large Zoom meeting, it's good to stay muted unless you want to speak. If you like, you can also turn off your video camera. That button is next to the mute and unmute button and says Stop Video. When you click it, your name or maybe your picture, if you have a Zoom account, will show up instead of your video. When you're ready to be seen again, click Start Video to turn your video back on. One other feature we use is the Raise Hand button. In most recent versions of Zoom, on a computer, you'll find it by clicking Reactions at the bottom of your screen, and then clicking Raise Hand. Now I've raised my hand, and you can see the raised hand in the upper left of my picture. If you don't see the Reactions button on your screen, look for More and try clicking that to find Reactions. If you still don't see Reactions, you may have an older version of Zoom, and I recommend you update it by following the instructions at the beginning of this video so you can use all the newer features of Zoom. The process for updating is the same as the process for downloading and installing. To raise your hand if you're using Zoom on a smartphone, click More at the bottom of the screen and then Raise Hand to raise your hand in Zoom. Once your hand is raised, the meeting host will be able to see that you would like to speak, and when it's your turn, they will call on you and ask you to unmute. If you see a pop-up box on your screen asking you to unmute, like this, please click Unmute before you speak. If you change your mind and you want to lower your hand, you'll find the lower hand button in the same place you did the raise hand button. In this case, it's behind Reactions. During some Zoom meetings, or at the end of Sunday services when we have virtual coffee hour, there are breakout rooms with various kinds of discussions. Sometimes the Zoom host will send you to a breakout room automatically, but other times you may be able to choose your own breakout room. Here's how to do that. After the meeting host says it's time to choose a breakout room,
you can all choose your breakout rooms now.
Look for the breakout rooms control at the bottom of your screen. If you don't see it, try clicking More. When you click Breakout Rooms, it should bring up a list of the rooms that are available to you. When you see this list, you can choose which breakout room to join and click the blue Join to the right of the room's name to go to that room. You'll have to click Yes to confirm where you want to go. I'm going to go to the Together Colorado discussion now. Click Yes. Changing rooms will take a few seconds. The size of your Zoom window may change. You can change it back using the same ways we did before. If you're in a breakout room and you'd like to be in a different one, you can click Breakout Rooms again and join a different room. I'm going to click Choose Breakout Room here. I'll go to the coffee hour room now. Join, click Yes. Again, the switch takes a short time. Now, if you're in a breakout room and you want to go back to the main meeting room, click the blue Leave Room button and then Leave Breakout Room to get back there. Now I'm back in the main meeting. I'm going to switch to Gallery View. When you're ready to leave the meeting altogether, click the red Leave button, which is near the top on a phone screen or at the bottom right on a computer. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you'll enjoy a Zoom meeting soon.